What's up?
You tell us. Injury update?
You know we don't talk about injuries here.
Try anyway.
Okay.
Can you tell us anything about your scrimmage on Saturday?
Yeah, we went 86 plays and not counting kicking or penalties. So, total of right about 100 with the kicking snaps and all 105 guys got to, well, most of them, about 100 of them got to play, and just an evaluation type setting. And it was a live scrimmage, and I was happy with some of the progress of a lot of different people. So it's a learning experience for the young guys. It's some of the older guys to see where they've improved and who's really stepping up and making some strides as over the course of the last year. So there's some good performances, some guys that a lot of great video that we were able to look at. We didn't practice Sunday, and today was really our first two-a-day practice. So this morning we had really an individual workout, working on technique, and tonight was more of a team type setting. And so just talking to even with Spav and Chief, it was a scrimmage where the video was really, really helpful, and with some new schemes on both sides, and guys being able to see, okay, and here's what I need to do, and then being able to watch that and then come back out and work individual technique this morning and practice tonight. I thought we had a better understanding of where we are. So from that standpoint, it was beneficial.
What about the quarterback specifically? Coach Spavital said he was probably not going to use Allen that much, but use the other two. How was the quarterback play?
It was good. All three of them got snaps. And I think, Kyle had snaps early, and then Kyler went with the twos. Then just about halfway through, Kyler went with the ones, and then Jake went with the twos. So twos and threes. So they got plenty of reps out of that number. It's just so we can get some evaluation on the two new guys and see where Kyle has progressed over the last year. So yeah, they're getting plenty of practice and plenty of reps during practice, and then in those live situations, we'll have another live situation coming up Wednesday night, and then one Saturday, just like I described, and we'll just keep evaluating.
In what ways is Kyler still a work in progress right now?
Oh, they all are. I don't think there's anybody out there. We're just talking about quarterbacks. There's Myles Garrett's a work in progress right now. People keep forgetting he's a second-year player. So, everybody out there has something that they can improve on, and that's why what I'm getting at. I think about Saturday was, we really had a couple goals, and they start with what our team's about, and it was we wanted to see guys play hard, with effort, and be smart about how they played, and be physical, and then we can work from that. And so from that standpoint, the guys who played hard Saturday were rewarded. The guys who didn't play to a standard offensively or defensively got reminded today about how we need to play around here. And that goes for the whole team. And so, you talk about the quarterbacks and their development, where they need to go. Yeah, they need to do that. But there's a lot of people on this team that need to keep getting better.
Kevin, can you say specifically who are some of those individuals that really impressed you this weekend?
I don't know. I think I was, the usual suspects played pretty well, which we expect. You get concerned when those guys who haven't played well for you in the past don't play well, right off the bat. But I thought that our back end, just like it has looked in the secondary, has looked very, very fast, and they seem to be in the right place and communicate. We got to be able to communicate a little bit better, but that'll come in the next couple of weeks. But those guys, Armani's probably playing as good as he's played, and he, you know, if he can be more consistent this year than he was last year, he can be an all-league type of player. So, you know, he's played enough big games for us, and he understands his weaknesses. I think he's really worked hard in the offseason, you know, because he's had some really great games. He's had some duds, and that experience, I think, has helped him in the offseason to try to develop not only physically but mentally what he needs to do to be successful. So, you know, I was pleased with that. I thought Brandon Williams did pretty good. You know, so he's a work in progress, continuing to get better. You know, just off the top of my head, you know, the receivers had got really good effort out of Josh Reynolds and Speedy and Ricky and Christian Kirk with the first group. So, yeah, you know, there's high expectations for those guys, and you know, Saturday they didn't disappoint.
As a linebacker, how do you feel like? Have you been able to get a feeling on how your linebacker plays coming along?
Yeah, I think you know, we're fortunate that we had freshmen that played last year. You know, we'll see where AJ fits in. You know, he's coming back off that injury, so we've been taking it slow with him. You know, between the ankle and the wrist, you know, he has got a broken wrist, so been taking it easy with him. And just trying to get him back in the flow of things, but yeah, I'm pleased with him, you know. And I tell you who I'm really pleased with. You know, we had a meeting the other day. The two young guys, really the three young guys, have really caught on. The summer's really helped him. Richard Moore being here in the spring has helped him at a will linebacker spot because he's more of a space guy, as a smaller guy. But runs very well, and you know, he's a guy that is going to help us in special teams. Riley is 230 now and really athletic, and played pretty well Saturday. So, you know, he's a guy that can help us, I think, special teams wise, and you know, I think all those young linebackers have done very well. Justin Dunning played pretty well, had an interception, made some open field tackles. So, you know, this is, as I've said before, you know, this is the first year since we've been here that, you know, we haven't had a meeting after the first scrimmage and say, hey, we got to get that guy ready because he's got to start for us. But at some position as a freshman. And so our roster, I think, is, as I've said before, is different. We're thin at a couple spots, but we don't have huge holes in it. So these guys are really pushing these older guys for playing time, creating depth, and really going to strengthen our special teams.
Couple more.
How nice is it for you all to be able to get on Kyle Field? Last I heard, you were going to be able to do it Saturday, and especially get your newcomers inside those four walls. And
Yeah,
see that environment.
yeah, it'll be good. You know, none of it's done. Yeah, yeah, the 22nd, we're looking forward to it, and you know, it's. I think we're going to try to. I'm trying to arrange some kind of sneak a private tour. I don't know if we got 105 helmets. I just kind of want our players and coaches. A lot of times, all you get to do is see the tunnel and the field. So we're trying to arrange a deal where our players can get up on the upper concourse, kind of walk around, and from the upper deck down on the west side, and maybe see some of the suites. Sorry about that, and see some things because you take for granted that they've seen it. You know, I was in where you guys sit. We had a function for the kickoff camp Friday night. That's the first time I've been up in the east side press box. I've never been up there, and that's when it hit me. I was like, these kids they've never been in the stands hardly, you know. So I'm gonna try to getting in there will be one thing, but I think they'll have even a better appreciation if we can get them to walk around maybe one evening or something and see some things.
Heck of a view, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good view. You guys, maybe you're right sometimes, huh? You can see everything up there.
Kevin, I know you're not going to talk about injuries,
Yeah.
but Alaka, I saw him Friday not practice. It looked like maybe it's something wrong with his arm. I didn't think I saw him out there today. I want to know if there was anything you could say about him.
Not going to say anything about injuries.
Okay.
What about two days today, Coach? I know it was your first day.
Yeah.
Toward the end of practice, did the guys seem like they were still responding, or could you see the?
Yeah, they're dragging a little bit today. You're in week 2 also. So you're coming off a scrimmage. We didn't practice yesterday, but we had a pretty good meeting day in the afternoon mentally. And then you come in this morning, we met this morning, and we're on the field for walkthrough and in here, and then did really introduce 2-minute today. So we went outside, and 2-minute can be a stressful situation and a lot of running in the morning. Even though we weren't out very long, it was, it's still a lot. And then come back tonight with full pads, and we're out there, 2.5 hours tonight. So, for some guys, it's the first time they've done that in a while. And for everybody, it's the first time they've done it in a while. For some guys, it's the first time they've ever done it.
Got a couple new buddies on the offensive line. How do you feel with the development of that unit?
Good. I think you've got Keaton Sumlin benefits, I think, from being here. He's probably the most ready out of the young guys. I think Eric McCoy is going to be a really, really good player as a center down the line. He's 310 pounds, and he's got a real good demeanor. He's got a really good grasp of what we're doing. Big body guy that's strong and tough. Those guys are guys who are going to be really pushing to to get on the bus. And you guys know me. I think Mike Matthews benefited by playing in games behind Pat Lewis. And then the next year, to start 3 years in the SEC in the offensive line, you got to be a good player. But I think Mike benefited by that, and I think Eric's going to benefit by traveling and probably being a backup this year and being our guy the next year.